What's up, guys? Second video of Hog Unleashed. Today we're going to be ranking our teammates from S to F tier based on who I would and wouldn't want to date my hypothetical daughter. Now, with us today, we got El Rubino, a little feature, Edward, and Oso. So, I guess we'll get right to it. Let's start off with Tommy T, or Tiny Tim rules. Now, also, just a future, I guess, a disclaimer before I get into this video. If you're not on this list, no hard feelings. I just don't know you too well, or I forgot to add you. Also, I won't be going into much detail regarding each individual on this list, just to preserve their reputation if this video does get out to other people beyond the wrestling team. So, with that being said, we're going straight into Tiny Tim rules. And here's my take on if Tiny Tim can date my daughter and where he'd lay on the rankings. I put Tiny Tim in A tier, and here's why. Tiny Tim, he's a good dude. I've had some relationship discussions with him in the past over the game, and overall he's a pretty stand-up guy. I don't see any problems with Tiny Tim. All right, we're gonna have to make this quick too. So if I don't cover your individual or whoever, um, fuck, it's hard to. All right, back at it with Tiny Tim going in A tier. Um, Tiny Tim's going in A tier because he's a good dude. I let him date my daughter. He's a nice guy. All right, on to the next. T Doyle. Oh boy, T Doyle. I lived with T Doyle in the summer for about a month and a half. Him and his girlfriend, Toxic Lethal, aka. And we'll put T Doyle in C tier. Just being around that environment and seeing them with one another, it really opens your eyes to who you would and wouldn't want your daughter to date. And for that reason, T Doyle, C tier. There you go. All right, Bear Grylls, aka Keaton. Okay, so Keaton Clay. Oh, let's see.
Oh, he's super cute.
All right, chat. We got some people saying that Keaton Clay, he's a cutie on the team, and I couldn't disagree with that. He gives me no reason to put him anything below B tier, and for that reason, and yeah, that sole reason alone, he's going B tier. I just don't know much about Keaton beyond camping and wrestling. All right, next on this list we got Orrin Buff. Orrin Buff. Now I live with this guy, and oh, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about him on this list. Actually, I do. Warren Buff, he's not dating my daughter. Nah. This dude's going in D tier 100%. 100%. And I won't elaborate on any further details as to why, but Warren Buff, just make sure you keep your girl away from him. All right. P Wade. P Wade, on to the next. P Wade. I've known P Wade for a good amount of time. My ex girlfriend and his girlfriend are pretty good friends. Now, I've known P Wade for some time now, and I've seen him and his girlfriend, and I'm actually friends with both of them. Very nice girl, by the way. Uh, and I would say P Wade gets a solid B tier. B tier for reasons I won't elaborate on. Okay, Pebbly. Now, my relationship with Pebbly is not very extensive. Um, I,
Yeah, that's public. He's not. But now he's.
Steve Pebbly. Steve Pebbly seems like a pretty stand-up guy. I don't know much about him beyond wrestling, but for that reason, I'm gonna put him in a B plus tier. B plus. I can't make any further judgments on Steve Pebbly at this time. All right. Oh boy, here's a good one. Parker Diddy Elliott, Patrick Bateman. He's known by many names. Uh, Absolutely not. Absolutely not. He's probably our lowest so far on the list, and that's in E tier. Technically, there wouldn't be an E tier, but I forgot to remove it. So, P. Diddy, Elliott, Bateman himself, he's going in E tier. If you've ever been to one of his Diddy parties, you know. And I'm not trying to incriminate too much here, but he's he's up to no good. Put it that way. All right, Baumgartner, Tanner Baumgartner. Now I wish I had these guys' gamer tags, but I don't. I don't think they play video games. But TB, stand-up guy, very nonchalant. You know, farmer, quiet, humble guy, S tier. No doubt about it. If I wanted my daughter to date anyone, it would be a Baumgartner. And while we're at it, we'll throw Braden in there as well. Just stand up dudes, great sense of humor, quiet, non problematic, non confrontational. I like those guys. All right, next we got Murph. Now, I don't know too much about Murph, but he seems like he's a pretty good guy. Again, with these freshmen, it's hard to make an accurate statement about him because I don't know him too well. And I'll throw him in B tier for that reason. Make it quick. All right. Next we got Moneypenny, the Ebony Slayer, and yeah, he's Moneypenny. He's up to no good a lot of the time. I kind of put him in the Orrin Buff field of no goodness for that reason. D tier. No, Moneypenny's a good guy though. I take it back. I'll put Moneypenny in. Yeah, I'll put Moneypenny in C tier. Knowing what I know about him, I'd say that's a pretty fair statement. Next, we got Meatball. Now, Meatball, he's one of the freshmen I'm a little more tight with, and I don't know. It's hard to say. I think Meatball's a pretty good dude, and if I had a daughter, I'd trust Meatball with him pretty good. So, for that reason, I'm gonna put him in A tier. Next, we got Lil Allen. Lil Allen, I don't know much about him beyond wrestling and Fortnite, but he seems like a pretty good dude too. Um, yeah, without going to any like incriminating stuff here, I'm gonna put Lil Allen in B tier. All right, we got J Bar. J Bar, the backyard bandit, bang the homeless. Oh, now I wish the backyard bandit was a story I could further elaborate on, but it's not couth of me to do that on here. Uh, J Bar, there's a lot of things to be known about this man, of which I cannot elaborate on. But for that reason, and J Bar, he's a good man, good dude. And I should preface this with everyone on this list. I think all these guys are great people, but this is solely for the fact that if I'd want them to date my daughter or not. And while J Bar might be S tier on other things, he's going in the D tier on this list. That's not true. That's not true. We'll put him in C tier.
He would ruin your daughter.
You heard it there. You heard it there.
Buddy.
All right, next we got Cisneros. Cisneros is a lying scumbag SOB. You don't trust a word that comes out of this guy's mouth. Uh, Allegedly, his current girlfriend says he can have another girlfriend. Girlfriend, if you're watching that, it didn't come from me. But for that reason, yeah, I would not trust this guy with my daughter at all. Cisneros, D tier. All right. Next, we got Yanni. Yanni or B Yanase. Great Fortnite player, one of my best friends on the team. Stand up dude. Knowing Yanni and everything about him, I'm gonna put Yanni in a solid A tier. He might even be higher, but for the sake of the video, we gotta move on. Same with Mobster. Mobster, stand up guy, great wrestler, great friend, good dude. I'm gonna put Mobster in A tier. Oh boy. Okay. We might have our first F tier here. Castaneda Lil Queso. Now, Sarah, if you're watching this video, this isn't true. But if you are, Castaneda, if you're here, you know you belong in F tier. You're a scumbag. No, no hard feelings. I love you. You're one of my best friends as well, but no chance in hell are you dating my daughter. Cast F tier. Oh, Lil Finna for a good time. Now, Oh, I love Lil Finna. He cracks me up. One of the funniest dudes on the team. And it's hard to get mad at him. But knowing some of the things I know about Lil Finna, no chance in hell is he dating my daughter. For that reason, Lil Finna, straight to E tier. You go down there with P. Diddy Elliott. All right. Juan Cena, Guantanamo Bay. I'm sure there's some others I'm missing. Juan Cena, great Clash of Clans player from what I hear. Good friend of Tommy T. Um, Seems like a pretty nice guy. I don't know Juan too well, but I know him well enough to assume that he belongs in the A tier. And that's, you know, I think that's a fair judgment of Juan Cena. I heard before his girlfriend he's kind of a dog, though, so I don't know. All right. By far, the worst on this list. Without a doubt, I love you to death, one of my best friends, but absolutely, the worst person to date my daughter on this list. OJ Klein 30, going at the bottom of the F tier. If any of you know OJ Klein 30, you know that you do not want him around any girl. And I could go into a story time about that actually. About a week and a half ago, I had this girl over at my house, and just out of pure intuition, I asked if she knew who OJ Klein 30 was. Sadly enough, it was a week prior. So anyway, that's enough said about OJ Klein 30 scumbag. Next, we got R Dubs, Ryan Wheeler, the GOAT, one of the best wrestlers on the team. I don't know much about Ryan, but I know he's kind of crazy. Um, yeah, I really am kind of scared to honestly put him in a category because out of fear that he might beat my ass. So I'm gonna put Ryan in C tier and call it good. And then we got Alvarado. Alvarado, he's a good dude. He just comes off a little brash sometimes. Uh, he's also dating a girl that I'm pretty good friends with. Uh, and I see nothing wrong with Alvarado. I think he's a stand-up guy. He just likes to get in a little trouble every now and then. I put him in a B tier. B tier. I'd be honored if Alvarado dated my daughter. Honestly, on a personal level. Alvarado B tier. All right. Me, the hog. Where would I put myself on this list? Now, this might be conflict of interest because it's myself, but there's a lot of rumors circulating about the hog and certain allegations, but I assure you they're all I assure you they're all very fake. And for that reason I'll put myself in a C tier. Feel like you can't go wrong with that. All right, next we got the Augustus Dalton. Saint what's his name? Joseph Smith. All right. Joseph Smith. Gus, he's a nice guy. He's a stand-up guy, but God, he just drives me crazy sometimes. For that reason, I'm gonna put Gus in B tier. Next, we got group leader, another one of the freshmen. Now, I've heard a lot of crazy things about group leader. I hear he's kind of the next OJ Klein up and coming. I don't know what to believe, but for that reason, and considering all the rumors I've heard about him, I'll put group leader in E tier. He's going down there with Lil Finna and P Diddy. All right, next we got Gorge. Gorge, one of my best friends on the rest of the team. Such a good dude, stand-up guy. Um, Honestly, the only thing I'd be worried about Gorge was I know my girl would be mobile if they were dating. You know what I mean? So for that reason, Gorge, I'll put you in S tier. I think you're a great guy, and I want you to date my daughter. Next, we got Oso. Oso. Oso scares me. I don't know. I walk on eggshells around him because I don't know what he's going to say or what he's going to do. And I wouldn't want my daughter feeling the same way. So that reason, I think Oso's going in a D tier with right next to Cisneros and Orin Buff. He's a little too brash for the likes of my daughter. Shout out Oso. featured right over here. All right, next on this list we got El Rubino. El Rubino, stand-up guy. Also a freak of nature if you've ever seen him in person. But El Rubino, good dude. I actually have never seen anything that this man has done wrong in any way. Not to glaze, but I'd put him in an A tier, maybe an S tier if I just had a closer relationship with him. But for now, A tier for El Rubino. Next we got Lil Torge. Lil Torge seems like a pretty stand-up guy. Great wrestler. Um, I don't know Lil Torge beyond wrestling too much, but he is a hard worker. But he does kind of have a mean streak on him. For that reason, I think Lil Torge goes in. We'll put him in like a high B tier. All right. We're narrowing down on this list. Next, we got T Stone. Um, T T Stone. All right, yeah, we got to make this quick. I think T Stone. He's a good dude. I have no reason to put him anything below a B tier, so B tier it is. Next, we got the Edward. Now, Edward is a nuanced one. He comes with a, and in fact, here's what I'd like to do. Actually, I'm gonna make two Edward portraits here, and here's why. If you knew Edward pre-girlfriend, you would know this man belongs in F tier, right next to OJ Klein. The God-fearing, Christian-loving Edward post-girlfriend is a stand-up guy, funny dude, and has good intentions, and that goes in a B tier. So let's keep that in mind. Pre-girlfriend F tier, post-girlfriend B tier. Next we got Torge, older Torge, and he's also going in F tier. I don't need to elaborate too much on that, but watch out for, if you have a mom in Junction, I'd keep her away. All right. Next we got Hector De La Cruz. I wish I had your gamer tag, but everyone already knows you. So, De La Cruz, I could honestly do the same thing as I did with Edward, pre and post. Now, this post girlfriend De La Cruz is on lock. I honestly kind of feel bad, and I wish he'd come out more. But De La Cruz, he's always been a good guy. But knowing what I know about him from the past, he can't. It'd be lucky if he saw C tier. For that reason, I'm gonna put him in D tier. And that leaves us with two more, our final two. Cross Country Brady. He's a chiller. Don't know much more about him than that. Seems like a nice guy. Never seen him around women. That's fair. I'll put him in a B tier. And then our last one, the OG Brady, Brady Samuelson. And this is a hard one, not because of where I need to put him, but of where exactly I should put him between E and F tier. Now, knowing Cross Country Brady without saying anything too crazy, yeah, no, we're putting him in F tier. That's all that needs to be said. Now, I'm gonna have to go back and edit this video. I hope it came out okay. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you weren't on this list, again, I apologize. I just don't know you too well, or don't know you enough to make an accurate judgment on you. Um, yeah. Tell me what you think in the comments. Like, subscribe. Uh, I'll be doing more videos beyond just tier list rankings. Um, but for now, this is, come postseason, we'll have more videos and more different ideas to go around. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Hope this tier list was insightful. Hope you learned something about my teammates. And yeah, have a good night.